You are a vanilla cupcake, and I want to say something to you today. Remember all the people shilling narratives today, friends. There is a USDC bull account, very funny account. Look what he said. Funny that Ox, RLB, which is Rollbit Casino Coin, Friendtech, Unibot, Telegram Trading Bot. Remember those coins? They were all being shilled as great plays for the bull run over the summer. Meanwhile, all of this garbage has underperformed even the king of dog doo-doo this run, Ethereum. Pretty amazing. What is the crew who shilled you these shilling now? Now, USDC Bull is like one of those perma-bear accounts. It's actually very funny. I love seeing it like, yeah, I'm a bull. Became very famous during the bear market, 2022. Now he kind of like withering away. But it's something interesting to think about. Luckily, you have a friend with a straight posture who drinks ice cube with 3 ice cubes. No, drinks orange juice with 3 ice cubes, friends. Look at this. Think about the narratives, okay? Think about these stories going along. What are they talking about now? Is this time different? Is this going to be the one narrative that really takes over? 99 times out of 100, it's not. It's not. It's actually less chance than that, by the way. So these narratives, they catch attention. Why? Because the coins go up. We even saw hamster racing, man. Hamster racing, friends. If you were here, they literally, hamster racing did 300x in like 2 days. And then people started racing cockroaches and all this other weird stuff. And then the teams dumped. Hamster racing went up. The insiders literally just dumped straight on. I was like, man, you guys, when I saw that, I was like, okay. No more Mr. Nice Friend. Like, you were literally getting dumped on by the people who made the coin. They literally cashed out everything. They cashed out $1 million from the liquidity pool. It was literally finished. And I'm going to show you the chart here right now. You don't believe me. There it is. Bang. Literally. Hamster Coin. You're going to see my measurement from when I made the video about it. 384x and then dump. Bang. By the way, do you think anybody was saying hamster coins aren't the future of finance up here? No. Everybody was saying there's clearly value. Things are happening. Yeah, things are happening for the insiders dumping. They were getting more wealthy. Everybody here got wrecked. Millions of dollars just wasted and dumped. So think about these narratives, friends. What narratives are they speaking about today? I've already mentioned them, right? Soilana. I'm talking about Soilana. I'm talking about the dog coins and the meme coins. But you know what I noticed, man? No one cares. They want to lose money. They're just chasing dopamine. You know, I've made a video or 5 about this. Fascination. I realized people don't actually want to make money. They want dopamine. They're two different things. If you want to make money in crypto and investing, you have to sit through some pain and get kicked in the nuts. You got to actually sit through it to make the high multiples. But people don't want that. People actually want a dopamine hit. And a dopamine hit specifically is buying at the end of a green monthly candle because the crowd's roar is so fierce and people are gathering around like a whirlwind of like Discords and Telegrams and tattoos and saying, oh my gosh, I love the bonk. I love the coins. People love that. It gives everybody a dopamine. It feels like we're part of a tribe. We're like, yes, for glory. What about the 90% candle that's coming within the next 6 months? Nah, don't worry about that part. They just move on to the next one. So that's what people are actually chasing. Two different things. You can't have both. No, you cannot have those at the same time. You can't have, oh, it's feeling good and I'm winning. You can't. The only people who claim to have this experience are selective, cherry-picked posts that appear on your Twitter and your YouTube about people to come and brag. You know what's interesting? You know, if you watch YouTube, friends, I've noticed this. If you watch other influencers on YouTube, they don't have the excitement anywhere near the level of these anonymous avatar people on Twitter, which tells you something weird. Like, how come the people excited, all these people like flashing a P&L screenshot or claiming they did really well? What's happening here? It's because these people make a post and the crowd will believe it. And they're like, oh, wow, this guy's like got insider on-chain edge. And it becomes viral and it makes it to our eyeballs. We get to see it. But if you listen to the YouTubers, they have to speak more constantly and consistently, and they don't have, oh my gosh, we are just so witty all the time. You don't see that same consistency, friends. You see this up and down, things going around. There's a lot of people sidelined. Then there are people who really believe in the Bitcoin, but the people who are excited the most, they are the buy the rumor, buy the news types of believers for Bitcoin ETF. So I do a lot of this thinking and watching, and I notice these patterns. That's why I'm here to share it here with you. And just just think about it, friends, when it comes to this, right? Now, you also have people, right? So in this comment section, right, this is when I posted, Mr. Crypto Sailor, shout out to Robert David. He said, there is only tech alpha when it comes to macro, and innovation leads the way. Crypto phases. Simple credits ledger, which is Bitcoin. We have a smart contract EVM, Ethereum. Efficiency at the layer 1. You have these. Horizontal scalability. You are here. So he's basically showing just the expansion of how technological innovation comes. And yeah, man, look, the low-hanging fruit, Vitalik has made comments about this. The lowest hanging fruit, it's eaten away. Now we have to start to build complexity. This is why one of the coins I like, friends, is chaining for this literal very reason. I mean, that's why I don't care this price. Yes, it's not the 100x bonk. I don't know, man. No one told me about these beforehand. No one. So even though its prices isn't up the moon, hopefully it's going to keep going up. If crypto is going to get more complex over time, it needs more complicated data. It needs an oracle. That's it. You can't just do everything on just this Uniswap, DEX, smart contract, layer 1 chain. Like, think people want to create things, and they do create stuff. And that complexity needs valid data and oracles and all these things happening in the background. So it doesn't, by the way, friends, just because you can like kind of figure out the future doesn't mean you necessarily win, and you don't know. And of course, you're still going to get outperformed by hamster racing that goes 383x. So I guess maybe the whole goal is to just figure out if you're going to be right about something, what might be leverage on you winning? Okay, I've already made a video on this, but just tell you, right? Look for leverage exposure on your ecosystem recovering. That's why people love memes, because if there's a honorary meme of a chain and then the core coin goes up, that meme hopefully explodes if you're right. So for example, Bonk was leverage on Solana recovery. Bonk did a 100x at the same time Solana did a 5x. So Bonk did a 20x on Sol. That's huge. Whatever Sol did, Bonk went 20 times. Big, right? So that's why here I am just guessing, not financial advice. ICSA might do a 7x on on Hex, and Pulse might do plus 50%, right? But you get lower reward on Pulse just because it's bigger, more people understand it. It's like ETH BTC now, where ETH is Pulse and then BTC is like the Hex, the store of value, that DeFi part component. So that's just something to think about when you're looking at any of these other new chains. Now, of course, if we had infinite time and we knew what was pumping next, you and I could just go to every single chain and go, okay, what's the leverage exposure on Arbitrum? What's it on Optimism? What's it on Phantom? I want to do that. The problem is a lot of them aren't cheap and you don't have enough time. You can't do anything because there's literally 26 layer 2 chains launching this year. 26 new freaking layer 2 chains with their own coins and weird stuff. Oh man, there's too many. You're basically like, okay, what can I do? I can't do anything. So it's a lot of luck, man. It really is just a lot of luck. What can you do at this point, friends? It's the permutations and combinations. What if Binance reinvigorates itself and Phantom and then Avalanche and Solana? It's tough, man. So that's why I just like sticking to what I know best. I mean, this is the Pulse to Hex ratio. It's going up, but of course you want to crush that, and you want to do much, much better because Hex ain't performing anyway as much as everybody hopes. So outperforming Hex isn't really anything special. I mean, like just holding stable coins for 20 months has outperformed Hex. Literally, that is from the low, from the June 2022 low. So after Bitcoin capitulated and everything collapsed, yes, holding stable coins just outperformed Hex. So it's not like you have some like amazing win if you do that. And the goal is to look for these other chains to find out what can give us that leverage exposure. Now, here's the problem. The problem is you go talk to people, they're going to speak to you about existing chains that have already moved. That's why you can't ask people about it. I know if I speak to people, yes, 9 out of 10 will speak to me about the coin on the chain that just moved up. They're like, oh, someone's launching a new meme coin on this Solana. It's like an anal OS, but now it's got a hat. Okay, that's why it's tough. And then here's another thing. If someone even really knew what would pump next, you wouldn't believe them. What if I told you, hey, Polkadot's going to have a narrative in April? You won't believe me. You're like, you don't know shit. Not so easy, friends, is it? Bitcoin ordinals and the Bitcoin narrative already pumped. Now they think they're going to keep taking over. It's a wild game, man. Everyone's going to figure this out the hard way. So that's why sometimes you just got to take these punts. I made this very long, extensive post just about ICSA being leverage on Hex. Maybe adding more demand use cases. I don't know. There's going to be more leveraged coins to come out, friends. That's all you can really do. You're praying that you get some sort of leverage exposure to when everything goes up. Now, you're probably wondering, how did people do it in the past? Well, everything went up. Everything went up. That's the honest to God truth. It's just that Bitcoin broke its all-time high in 2021 by 3x. We don't know how much we're going to get in this one. So that's the thing that we're going to keep in the back of our mind in this. Are the cycles slowing down? It's getting harder. There's more people coming in. People coming in with dollar signs. No one really believes in tech. They say they do. Everyone knows it's all the grift. They're dumping on the bull market. Okay. I just want to show you how risky it is, right? So Radiant was one of the coins. See, this is why you listen to me, friends. This is why we're friends. I've got straight posture. How many times? I've told you. If you go back to my videos, it was literally in the first quarter of 2023. People were talking about Arbitrum. Arbitrum had its airdrop. People were like, oh, you got to get the money market and you got to get the GMX. You got to get all these in Arbitrum. All of them sucked ass for the next 10 months. All of them, every single one. And it was hard for me to say, guys, I know it's like infinite money right now that you think, but you're actually getting dumped on by everyone. No one wants to hear that, man. No one wants to hear that. I was right. One of the projects was an Aave clone, Radiant. Everyone was like going nuts about. They've had, someone said, at risk, 1,900 Ethereum stolen or whatever, okay? So they've even had to make a post. The team pressed pause on everything. So this is them. So Roger has said, we received a report on an issue, blah, blah, blah. We have to investigate, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. We press pause. See how risky this game is. It's so freaking bad. We all deserve a pump, man. Everything deserves a pump. What breaks my heart, though, is there are people, their coins have started moving a bit. And what they don't know is that's like the end of it for them. Like they think it's just getting started for them. No. It already did the move. You're going to face the top of a range now. It hurts, but that's just what it is. Like the big mania that we look for. So I just showed you Radiant, friends. Like this is on a, think about it. It's a cycle 1 coin and it's on Arbitrum and it's a cycle 2 narrative, which is money markets. It's the Aave clone, which is money markets, supplying and lending of tokens. And look, you still get this risky stuff. And now you're relying on everybody coming back to Arbitrum. There's 24 layer 2 chains coming, all the liquidity's on Arbitrum, but hey, it's tough, right? So I'm not joking. This is what we're just waiting for. Will the 4-year cycle repeat? Are we going to see everything that happened in the past? And yes, the answer to the past, like how did everything go up before? It was literally, I'll just show you time and time again, when Bitcoin breaks its all-time high, everything went nuts. That's exactly just what happened. When it broke its all-time high here, that's it. Everything just started going nuts. Everything flushes up. When it broke its all-time high here, same thing. And then when it broke its all-time high again here, things started going nuts. All right, so are we going to get it again? I mean, I hope we get it again. That's what you're relying on. We're seeing altcoins move earlier and earlier, but you're seeing it's like a field of like 10,000 coins. So all you can really do is just keep accumulating. And if you're done accumulating, friends, I completely understand. You're like, man, I've had 2 years. Some of these things just poop. Okay, that's fine. What I would do then is I go, okay, well, now I'm just going to literally just start throwing money and just poop. That's it. It's poop city. It's 2024. Give me leverage exposure on an ecosystem. Give me a meme coin. Give me, okay, this thing, the founders building something hasn't appeared yet. Maybe they appear later on. That's the type of stuff you probably have to do now, because you've had 2 years, man. If you don't have your callback for 2 years, what have you been doing for 2 years? You can't just say, well, go infinitely into one thing. It's not going to work out, because the mind of the market, man, it switches through narratives here and there, and you're going to need to get more exposure, because maybe the new winning coin that we look back, the new SHIB, it's right around the corner, but we just, you won't be exposed to it unless you've got fingers everywhere, with consent, of course. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget to love to catch you soon.